Welcome to this tutorial on AWS Tools for PowerShell. In this video, you'll learn how to manage Amazon Web Services using PowerShell commands. This is part of the PowerShell Cloud Series, where we explore how PowerShell can interact with various cloud platforms. AWS Tools for PowerShell brings the power of automation and scripting to your AWS infrastructure management, making it easier to handle complex tasks efficiently. AWS Tools for PowerShell is a comprehensive set of commandlets that allow you to manage AWS services directly from your PowerShell environment. It features a modular architecture, meaning you can install only the service modules you need, such as aws.tools.ec2 for elastic compute cloud, or aws.tools.s3 for simple storage service. This helps keep your environment lean and efficient. The best part: it offers cross-platform support, working seamlessly on Windows, Linux, and Mac OS with PowerShell Core version 6 and above. When installing AWS Tools for PowerShell, you have three options to choose from. First is aws.tools, which provides modular modules for specific services and is the recommended approach for most users. Second is AWS PowerShell.NET Core, which is a single large module containing all services in one package. Third is AWS PowerShell, which is the legacy Windows-only version. For new installations, aws.tools is the best choice as it gives you flexibility and keeps your installation size manageable. Let's look at how to install aws.tools modules. First, you need to install the installer module itself using install-module-name aws.tools.installer. Once that's installed, you can install specific service modules using install-AWS Tools module, followed by the module names separated by commas, such as aws.tools.ec2 and aws.tools.s3. To keep your modules up to date, use update-AWS Tools module with the -cleanup parameter to remove old versions automatically. Before you can start managing AWS resources, you need to configure your credentials. There are several ways to do this. You can set AWS credentials by storing your access key ID and secret access key for authentication. You should also configure your default region using set-default AWS region to specify which AWS region you want to work with by default. Named profiles allow you to store multiple credential sets for different AWS accounts, making it easy to switch between them. If you're running PowerShell on an EC2 instance, you can use IAM roles for automatic credential management without storing keys locally. Here's how to actually set up your credentials in PowerShell. Use the set-AWS credential command with the -access key parameter followed by your access key, the -secret key parameter followed by your secret key, and the -store as parameter to give this credential profile a name. For example, you might store it as my profile name. To set your default region, use set-default AWS region with the -region parameter followed by the region code, such as US-East-1. These credentials will be stored securely on your system for future use. Let's explore some common operations for managing EC2 instances. Get-EC2 instance retrieves information about your EC2 instances, including their state, type, and other properties. Start-EC2 instance powers on stopped instances, bringing them back online. Stop-EC2 instance gracefully shuts down running instances, which is useful for saving costs when instances aren't needed. New-EC2 instance creates and launches new EC2 instances based on the parameters you specify, such as instance type, image ID, and security groups. Here's a practical example of retrieving EC2 instance details. First, we use get-EC2 instance with a filter parameter to get only running instances. The filter is created as a hash table where the name is instance-state-name and the values is running. We store the results in a variable called $instances. Then, we can access the instances property and pipe it to select to display just the instance ID and instance type properties. This gives you a clean view of your running instances and their configurations. Now let's look at managing Amazon S3, the simple storage service. Get -S3 bucket retrieves a list of all S3 buckets in your AWS account. Write -S3 object uploads files from your local system to S3 buckets, making it easy to backup data or deploy static content. Read -S3 object downloads objects from S3 to your local machine, perfect for retrieving backups or processing data. Remove -S3 object deletes files from S3 buckets when they're no longer needed. These 4 commands cover the essential operations for S3 management. Let's see how to upload and download files with S3. To upload a local file, use write -S3 object with the dash bucket name parameter set to your bucket name, like my dash bucket. The dash file parameter specifies the local file path, such as c:\data\report.pdf. The dash key parameter defines where the file will be stored in S3, like report/report.pdf. To download from S3, use read -S3 object with the bucket name and key, then specify the destination file path with the dash file parameter. These commands make file transfers between your local system and S3 straightforward and scriptable.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.